Yo guys, what is going on? Thank you all so much for tuning into my channel today. In this one we're going to be talking about the #1 biggest mistake that I made when I first started training and lifting, or bodybuilding, whatever you want to call it. When I first started this whole fitness journey, what was the #1 biggest mistake that I made and what are the implications that it had on me? So that's what we're going to be getting into today, guys. Hope you guys find value in this video, and leave a like if you do. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into it. So my #1 biggest mistake that I made as a young lifter was eating too low of calories, guys. Jeez, boys, sorry about that brown colored marker. I didn't know that that wasn't really gonna show up well on the whiteboard, but I don't really have time to record the video over again, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with it for this one. I'm so sorry, but next time I'll use a different color marker. Back to the video. So that was the biggest mistake that I made when I first started lifting, and the ramifications for that were, so basically I'll tell you guys what happened. So when I first started, I was a little chunky. I'll put a picture on the screen right now of what I would look like when I first started. I had a bit of a belly and like barely any muscle. Like you couldn't see my tricep at all, you couldn't see anything really. So I was just like a NARP, right? A non-athletic regular person, very far from optimal. But I was a young lad, probably about 14 years old, maybe about to turn 15. And so I had a little bit of a belly, and I thought when I first started lifting that obviously I'm gonna wanna drop the calories and fucking eat like a super low calorie restricted diet, right? Because that's what everyone does to lose weight, and I thought that that was gonna help me lose weight and get jacked, put on a bunch of muscle. But what I didn't know is that this actually isn't the case, and that when you do this, it can put you on a course for destruction. But what I didn't know is some of the ramifications, like a crash diet and things like low energy levels are really common when you're eating too low calories. And another thing was that it just was not optimal for gains whatsoever. So this is actually a huge myth when entering a training lifestyle or a bodybuilding lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people will eat a super low amount of calories just because they want to cut weight, but what they don't understand is that there's things and other factors that play in, like newbie gains, which are definitely something you want to take advantage of. And newbie gains are only going to last you for the first like 3 to 6 months, maybe your first year of lifting, and you can put on like 15 to 25 pounds of muscle depending on your genetics. That's only if you eat the correct amount of calories to supply your body with the energy that you need. And when you're eating low calories like I was eating I think 1,200 calories at the time to try to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. So 1,200 calories is obviously super low, but you'll be surprised at the amount of people who go to this extreme, get super low calorie in the calorie department, and then they end up with these ramifications like low energy levels, and it's not optimal for your gains whatsoever. And you could be on a crash diet, because you may be able to sustain that for a little bit, but how long do you think you're really realistically going to be able to eat 1,200 calories for in the long term, right? And what we're going for here is longevity. We're not going for just gains. We're not going for fat loss just for like half the year. We're going for fat loss and gains for the rest of our lifetime, right? So instead of going for a super low amount of calories, what I actually do now, and what is definitely more optimal for people who are beginning, is I'm actually doing 2,400 calories right now, and this seems to be the sweet spot for me for losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. Now, if you want to learn how to find your maintenance calories, which is really important for finding the sweet spot for you, then you can click up here and watch that video where I explain on this same whiteboard right here how to find your maintenance calories, which is really helpful if you want to play around and manipulate your body fat and muscle percentage. So 2,400 calories is optimal for me right now, but it's going to be somewhere different for you, especially if you're a beginner. Your metabolic rate is going to be a lot lower because you don't have as much muscle. All it means is that you will be burning more fat throughout the day. You need more energy to stay alive, just because your muscles are bigger, they consume more energy. So nothing too fancy, but for me it's 2,400, but for someone who's just starting out, it could be a little bit lower. It could be around 2,000. That's where you could start, I would say, if you want to have a starting place to where you lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. Start at 2,000. It is a myth that some people think that you can't lose fat and gain muscle at the same time, because you can. And all you have to do is train correctly, eat correctly, and don't make the same mistake I did where you eat too few calories because you just want to get shredded, because then you're going to end up with all these ramifications like I did. And I'm just trying to save you guys time here, time and effort and energy and research. So if you guys learned something from this video, leave a like, please. It helps me out a lot, and it only takes about 2 seconds for you guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every day, fitness related, mindset related, motivation related, all stuff like that. And we're getting really close to 100 subs, so once that happens, I'm gonna do a 100 sub special where I do 100 reps. I'm thinking with 135 on each of the full body movements like bench, squat, and deadlift. Definitely leave a like if you want to see that. Leave a comment down below if you would like to see that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.